Okay, welcome guys. 10.4. We're multiplying binomials. So we're continuing on what we did last time, which is multiplying monomials by polynomials, right? So this one we just distribute 3 again to 2. So like we showed it with 3 times 4x. Right? We show our work and then 3 times negative 15. So we write it out like that. And then we multiply, right? So 3 times 4 is 12. And there's 1x, so just put 1x. And then 3 times negative 15 is negative 45. And they don't have any x's. And together, they're going to be 12x minus 45. Right? They're not like terms, so we leave it as is, separated. So that'll be our solution right there. All right? When we distributed property. And now applying it to a binomial, we just do it twice. Right? So all we're doing is going to do x times x, x times 5. Then we do the next term, since we have two terms now, 7 times x, 7 times 5, right? And we write those out. And to help us remember that we're doing that, we're using the FOIL method, right? The FOIL method says we do first, outer, inner, last. That's just to help us to remember to distribute every term, right? So first, we do outer, inner, and then last, right? So we should have 4 different multiplications going on. And in the middle terms will always combine here, right? So it's like saying if 16x plus 15x are going to combine because they're like terms, right? They're the same variable, same exponent. This one's x to the first power for both of them. And you have negative 1 or just negative x. And the outer term just comes out 10x squared, negative 24. Okay, so and then we can also show our work. So like I choose 1, we're going to test our answer, right? And we just substitute. So we got 1 plus 7, 1 plus 5. And it should be equal to the right. So this is 8, this is 6. Together it's 48. Right? And this side, 1 squared plus 12 times 1 plus 35. 1 squared is 1 plus 12 plus 35. So this is 13 plus 35, which is 48. Right? So both sides are equal. So it is true. So that works, right? So our FOIL method does work. Okay, so next one. So last time we did monomials, right? 2 times 5x. So we did that. And we wrote out, right? 2x times 5x. And then we got 2x times negative 4. And this one, remember, we multiplied if we want to write it out. So 2 times x and 5 times x, right? Those are factors. I mean, multiplying those two, we just multiply 2 times 5, 10. And then we count how many x's do we have? We have 2 here. So we can write x 2 or x squared, they call it, right? So this is 10x squared, or to the second power. The next one, right? We multiply 2 times negative 4, we get negative 8, and only 1x, so we just put 1x. Right, so those are our two terms, 10x squared and negative 8x, using a box method. Right, so that's just going to be 10x squared minus 8x, right, because of negative 8x. So we're going to apply that to binomials, right? So if we have our box method here, x times x, we have 2 x's together, so put x2, right, or x squared. X times negative 3, right, so x times negative 3 is negative 3x. And then we go 8 times x is 8x. 8 times negative 3, negative 24. And our middle terms, we're going to always combine right here because they're both like terms. Right, so our solution is going to be x squared, and an 8 minus 3 is 5, so you get positive 5 x's, and then minus 24 at the end for negative 24. Okay, so this one we use x equals 4 to check our answer. So let's try that. So we got 4 minus 3 and 4 plus 8, right? We're substituting 4. We have 1. This is 12. So 1 times 12, 12. See the other side. So 4 squared plus 5 times 4. 4 squared, 16. 5 times 4, 20, minus 24. And then we have addition subtraction. We go left to right. So 16 plus 20, 36 minus 24. 36 minus 24 is 12. So they're both equal. So that works. And reflection, right? What kind of expression is created? Right here. Trinomial of degree 2, right? So trinomial of degree 2. Okay, so let's do examples right here. Okay, so we do FOIL method. So we're gonna write this out. So first, right? So use FOIL, right? So FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. So first terms, x, parentheses, x. Then we go outer terms, x times 9, right? X parentheses 9. Then we go to the next inner, 5 times x, or 5 parentheses x. And then 5 parentheses 9 for the last one. Then we multiply now. X times x, we have 2x, so x2, or x squared. X times 9 is just 9x. 5 times x is just 5x. 5 times 9, 45. Right? And our like terms, always in the middle, right? Those two are always going to combine together, right? Because they have the same variable, same exponent. So that's going to be 9 plus 5, 14. So 14x. So our terms are going to be x squared, 14x, and 45. So our solution, x squared, and our highest power always goes first, right? Squared x number, right? So x squared, then we have positive 14, so plus 14x. And then we have positive 45, so plus 45. And that's our answer. We can also apply that to the box method, right? So you have x and a positive 5, x and a positive 9. Then we multiply it out. X times x, x squared. X times 9, 9x. 5 times x, 5x. And 9 times 5, 45. Right, so we multiply. It's like a multiplication table, right? X times 9. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times 9, 45. And then the middle terms always combine. So we have x squared. And then 5 plus 9 is 14, so 14x. And then plus 45 for positive 45. And that's our answer. Okay, so let's do number 2. Same thing, we have 2x, distribute that. So first, right, so 2x parentheses 3x. Then we do outer, 2x, and it's a minus 11, so it's negative 11, right? Remember our signs. Then we do next term, inner, negative 7 parentheses 3x. And then negative 7 parentheses negative 11. Then we multiply it out. So 2 times 3, 6. We have 2 x's, right? So that's x2 or x squared. Next one, 2 times negative 11, negative 22 with 1x. Negative 7 times 3, negative 21 with 1x. And then negative 7 times negative 11, positive 77. And our middle terms are always going to combine, right? Same exponent with the same variable. So negative 22 plus negative 21 is negative 43 x's. So we have this one, and that. So those are our terms, and then we write it in order, right? Highest power first. So 6x squared comes first, then the x's, and then our numbers, right? Plus 77. And then we can apply that to the box, right? So 2x and negative 7, 3x and negative 11. And same multiplications, right? 2 times 3, 6. We have 2x's, so x squared. 2x times negative 11, negative 22 with 1x. Negative 7 times 3, negative 21 with 1x. And then negative 7 times negative 11, positive 77. And then your middle terms always combine, right? So we have 6x squared, and then negative 22 minus 21 again, negative 43 x's, and then plus 77. So we should end up with the same answer for both of them. Okay, so let's do the next one. Okay, 5x first, right? Distribute, so you get 5x parentheses x. Outer, 5x and 5. We do inner, negative 1, right? Remember our sign is negative, so negative 1 and x. And then negative 1 and positive 5 for our last. Right? First, outer, inner, last, FOIL. Then when we multiply, right? 5 by itself, 2 x's, so x2 or x squared. And then we have 5 times 5, 25 with 1x. Then negative 1x. And then negative 5. Again, our middle terms are going to combine. Right? So 25 minus 1, 24. So 24x. And those are our terms right there. And then we write that out. So highest power goes first. So 5x squared, then positive 24, so plus 24x, and then negative 5, so minus 5. Okay, and we apply it to the box method. 5x, negative 1, x, and 5 are our two factors. We multiply it out, so 5, 2x's, so x squared. Then we have 25x here, negative 1x, and negative 5. Middle terms are going to combine. So we're left with 5x squared. 25 minus 1 again, 24, right? So 24x minus 5. Okay, two more. Okay, this one. Again, it's the same process. First, x parentheses x, outer, x parentheses negative 10, inner, right? 10 times x, last, 10 parentheses negative 10. So keep track of each one when we multiply. And then we do each one, right? X times x, we have 2 x's, so x squared. Next one is just negative 10x. Next one is positive 10x. And then 10 times negative 10, negative 100. And then we combine like terms. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0, right? So it's 0. That cancels out. There's no x's in there. So all we left with is x squared and negative 100. So it can cancel out, and that's fine. So our answer is just going to be x squared minus 100. Because we have no x's because it canceled out. So we don't have to write it. We do x 10, x negative 10, x times x, x squared, x times negative 10, negative 10x, 10 times x, 10x, 10 times negative 10, negative 100. Middle terms combine, x squared, that cancels, right, 0x, so we don't need that, and then negative 100, minus 100. Okay, next one. Okay, 5. Same thing. 7 times 6. Right, first. 7 parentheses 6. Then we do outer. 7 and negative 4x. Then we do inner. Right, it's a negative x and positive 6. And then last, negative x and negative 4x. And then we multiply that out. So 7 times 6, 42. 7 times negative 4, negative 28 with 1x. Negative x times 6 is just negative 6 with 1x. And the last one, negative x times negative 4, right? So we positive 4 with 2 x's this time, so it's x squared. Then you combine like terms. Negative 28 minus 6 is negative 34 x's. We combine them. And now we have our terms, 42, negative 34x, and 4x squared. And then remember, we have to put it in order, right? So highest power first. So x squared goes first. So 4x squared, then our x's, negative 34x, then our number, positive 42. Okay, so make sure you rewrite it in order with highest power always coming first. Right, and you notice this one, it's like backwards, right? The x's on our right, that's fine. Wherever they are, we're still doing FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. And we end up with the same answers. And we just got to rewrite it, put it in order for a solution. Okay, this one, 7, negative x, 6, negative 4x. Right, same thing. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times negative 4, negative 28. That's 1x. Negative 6x. Positive 4 with 2 x's, so x squared. And our middle terms will combine. Remember, highest power first. 4x squared goes first. And in the middle, we got negative 28 minus 6, negative 34 again. And then 42, positive, right there. Okay, so that's the FOIL method. First, outside, inside, last. And no matter what order they're in, right, we're still doing FOIL, FOIL, FOIL. Same thing, okay? And these ones, doesn't matter what letter it is, just treat it like an X. Okay, treat it like an X. Like A times A, still A squared. Just like X times X, you have 2 of them, X squared. A times A, you have 2 of them, it's just A, 2, A squared. Okay, so treat them the same. All right.